I just had the perfect day when it comes to improving myself and wanting to be the best person and man that I can be. The perfect day happened today, and it started at 5:30 a.m. It should have started at 4:55 a.m., but I kinda snoozed my 4:55 alarm, and this day should have started at 5:25 a.m., but I snoozed that alarm too. Normal stuff, right? Normal human guy stuff, no judging, right? But I woke up at 5:30. I act like when my body and mind actually woke up, it happened at 5:30. When it actually like really woken up, right? So at 5:30, I went and got up out of my bed. I went to my bathroom, did my business, and after I had done my business, I brushed my teeth, I washed my face, normal guy stuff, right? And then after I done that, I laced up my shoes, and then I went on an easy run for 5K on zone 2, building my engine, right? So the day had already gone to a perfect start so far. I had done my 5K, right? My 5K run for an easy zone 2 pace where I am building my aerobic base, my engine for when I run a marathon, maybe in the foreseeable future. So after I had done my run, I had gone home, and after all of that, after I had done my run, I did my mobility work. I stretched out, I cooled down, I stretched out my hammies, my hamstrings, I stretched out my calves, I stretched out my hips and my glutes, and I strengthened those two as well. And then after I done that, I did my push-ups as well. I did 100 push-ups, 2 sets of 50, as any normal guy would do, right? And then after I had done all of that, my mobility work and my push-ups, I went to the bathroom again and I showered while listening to K-pop, like any normal guy would do, right? So after I did that, after I had showered while listening to K-pop, I put on my skincare, I suited up, or I wore my gym shorts and my gym shirt, and I put on my gym hoodie, and then I went to the gym. In the gym, I had done a pull day of lat pull downs and back day of a lat pull down is for back day though. So basically I was doing a pull day in the gym today, and today's session was very, very good. I can feel a burn in my back and in my biceps. So after I'd done my pull day in the gym, I went and got home, and on the way I had bought chicken and fish from the chicken and fish shop that had already been cooked, ready to be eaten. After I had done that, after I had bought the chicken and fish, I went home, I showered, again while listening to K-pop again. And after all that, I ate my chicken and fish. And then I went and took a nap because the chicken and fish were a lot. The portion was a lot. So, in this part of the story and in this part of the day, it has already been noon at 12 a.m. And I had already done a lot in terms of improving myself, right? I had already ran, I had already went to the gym, I bought myself a protein heavy meal and I ate that. And then after I had done all that, I went and took a nap for like 30 minutes ish, like an hour ish, I think. After I had taken a nap, I remembered that I had to buy toothpaste and deodorant because I had ran out of toothpaste and deodorant. And so I went out to buy toothpaste and deodorant from the toothpaste and deodorant shop, the mini market, basically. So I went out, I bought those, and I bought extra stuff like snacks and stuff. And then I went home, I played on my PS4, and then I ordered gyoza for dinner. I ordered gyoza and I ate gyoza, and after I ate gyoza, I went and what do you call it? And did my daily prayers. After I did my daily prayers, I went and read. I'm reading right now. I'm reading Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, and I am on the page where he is explaining about paradoxical intention. I'm on page 127 right now. And so, like, I had done so much in a span of like 12 hours. I had done so much in terms of improving myself and in terms of bettering myself to be the best person I can be. So I had just went and had myself a perfect day. Even more perfect of a day. What would make this day even more perfect is me explaining and practicing my English in front of the camera and improving my confidence in using the English language as a method of speech in front of the camera, right? So that is what I am doing right now. And what would be even more perfect is me explaining that topic in this book, which is paradoxical intention. Paradoxical intention. So let me explain to you what paradoxical intention is. So basically, paradoxical intention has to do with anxiety and when someone is anxious. If someone is anxious and when someone is anxious, they would do and think to not be anxious, right? Right? So, for example, a person who is anxious of speaking publicly would think in their mind to not be anxious, to not stutter, to not grip their notes so tightly, to not sweat a lot. But Viktor E. Frankl argues that when someone is anxious, it is best practice to think you are going to be more anxious. To get rid of anxiousness, you need to think and act, to push and to, what do you call it? To let me think of the word. You need to improve. No, you need to motivate the anxiousness further, if you know what I mean. You need to push. You need to think that you are going to be anxious more. You need, for example, let's take that situation as an example, right? Take me. I am going to do a big speech in the Oscars on the award I am getting, the Oscar I'm getting, right? So normally I would think that in order for me to deliver a good speech, I should not stutter, I should not be anxious, I should not sweat, I should not sweat a lot. I need to be the best talker I can be, right? So, instead of thinking all that and making myself more anxious, I need to think that I would be the worst speaker in all of humanity. I need to think I would stutter. I need to think and I need to act as the worst speaker in all of humanity. And when I think that, I would be less anxious, because you cannot be anxious about something you are actively trying to do. When you are trying to be the worst speaker in all of humanity, your mind, your brain, and your body would actively fight to not be the worst speaker in all of humanity. Again, paradoxical intention. You cannot be afraid of something you are actively trying to do. So, take this as a note on if you're going to do something that you are going to be anxious about in the future. Think about the opposite of if you are normally anxious about, if you know what I mean. Think of the worst possible case scenario that would happen and actively pursue that case, that scenario. For example, in the book, there's a man who has stutters, the worst stutter a doctor has ever seen. And when he was a boy, he wants to, what do you call it? He wants to elicit sympathy from a man that is a random man. So this stutterer wants to elicit a sympathy of a man by enunciating and really emphasizing on his stuttering. So this stuttering boy came up to the man and wants to stutter even badly, and he wants to stutter so bad so that the man would give him money or other stuff. But this stuttering boy cannot when he tried to stutter, he was unable to do it. So, when you are anxious about speaking publicly or anxious about anything, try to be as anxious as possible and try to do the worst case scenario and try to do the opposite of someone that would be anxious, if you know what I mean. Okay, I just yapped for like 15 minutes of my perfect day and of paradoxical intentions from Viktor E. Frankl's book. I am so excited about the future ahead for me, for my family, and for the people around me, and especially for myself, because I am going to be the best and most successful person the world has ever seen, and it is only a matter of time before I do that and before I achieve that. And so that is all for today and for tonight. I thank you all if you have seen it through the end and have bared with me on my journey and on my awkwardness, and if you have bared with me through my all of my and all of my stutterings, and if you have bared with me through all of my shenanigans, I thank you all. And if you have bared with me through the end of this video, I thank you all, and there are no words that would describe my gratitudeness towards you and my thankfulness towards you. So I thank you. That is all for tonight. See you on the next one. Goodbye, baby.